I am back officially, finally. I'm hoping to get back to some regularly scheduled videos. It's been a while. I was very busy with, I could bore you with it, but a lot of different things. But yeah, let's just jump right into this. We have the IceJade deck, same old deck box. I was thinking about redoing this one, but it's nice. It's got some nice features. Um, this is one of the first decks that I did for a profile for that was like, God, 8 months ago, something like that. It was a while ago. But I made some changes. As you know, with my deck profiles, I don't really care for the whole hand trap thing. I try to play a lot of budget cards so a lot of people can get into it, but also I just really am not a fan of hand traps in general. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. So we have IceJade Ran, 3 of. This card, I said it so many times before, but if you were going to get one water card, if you're like a water duelist and you wanted a card that's kind of pricey, I guess it isn't now anymore because it got the reprint, but this card is amazing. You discard an IceJade or a water monster and special summon this and a token. I made a little custom token, but yeah, works really well. And then you can either synchro it off, or it doesn't even specify synchro, so you can use it for links too, which is nice. But yeah, super good, level 7, and you get an instant level 10 with it. Then we have IceJade Cosmoclore. I played 2 of, though I definitely could see running it down to 1 if you wanted to make more room for hand traps and board breakers and things like that, like triple tactics and stuff like that. I could definitely see this go down to 1. But it is good at 2. 3 is too much, for sure. Basically, while this card is face up on the field and the field spell is up on the field, monsters your opponent control can only activate the effects the turn they are summoned, and then the IceJade Curse does the opposite. So basically, it makes a skill drain on activatable effects, of course. But the other effect is really good. If your IceJade monster battles an opponent's monster, that opponent's monster loses 1,000 attack, which is pretty good too. And the other thing is that it's a level 10 Aqua, and the IceJade field spell can reduce its attack to 0, so you're able to make Egyptian God Slime off of it because it needs a level 10 Aqua with 0 attack, and that just happens to be that. So, really good. Then we have IceJade Tremora. IceJade Tremora, really good, level 5. Basically, you can discard it to special summon any other water monster in your hand, which does come up. And the other effect is really good too. While this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card, special summon 1 IceJade monster from your hand or graveyard. But the stipulation is if a face-up water monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, then you can use that effect. Then we have IceJade Aerogene. This is your searcher. She searches everything. She can also keep herself alive, which is nice. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets this card or targets this card for an attack, you can activate this effect. The next time this card would be destroyed by battle or card effect this turn, it is not destroyed. Also special summon 1 water monster from your hand or graveyard, and then it gets returned to your hand. So it's nice if you want to get, like, this card can special summon itself, this card can special summon itself, so even if it goes back to your hand, it's not a big deal the next turn because you can just bring it right back out. So it's not stuck in the graveyard. Then we play 1 of each of IceJade Creation and 1 of each of the creations, Kingfisher, and I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. This one's really good because you can kind of quick effect it out, equip it, and then also special summon it on your turn. It's a level 7 tuner, so you can make your level 10s as well with this. This one's really good too, as your IceJade monsters are able to attack in defense mode, which is really important for Cosmoclore. And then we have Deep Sea Diva, of course. So these are our 2 normal summons, though you can special summon this out a lot of times, so it's not exclusive to just being normal summoned. But this is our main normal summon. And our only target for that is a guitar, Gennard's. He's really interesting. You can special summon him off of Deep Sea Diva, and then when he special summons, you can banish cards from the top of your opponent's deck equal to the number of water monsters. So if you had already brought out, say, Cheng Ying, that's, you trigger a banishment off of that. And even if you use him to bring out Cheng Ying, he has, when he's in the graveyard, you can banish him to make monsters gain attack. So that also triggers Cheng Ying's banishment effect. So really good. And I do play 1 Crystal Girl. I really like this card in here. She's almost live whenever you get her. You can use her for your normal summon, though not super recommended. But there's other ways to bring her out too. You can special summon her if she's in your graveyard, and then she searches a level 5 or higher water monster at the end phase. So really good. That does it for the monsters. On to the spells. I play 3 of the field spell. The field spell is honestly more important by name than anything else. I mean, the effect is okay. It's not bad. Say you have even just Ran, but also you can use Cosmic Lore as well because it has 1500 attack. But basically what it does is, 1, it searches on activation, which is really good, obviously. And then if a monster is normal or special summoned, you can target 1 modern monster you control. They lose attack equal to the targeted monster. So all your monsters, or I'm sorry, all your opponent's monsters will lose 1500 attack, which is really good on a quick effect. Though the trigger is on a summon, but still. Then we have IceJade Curse. 2 of this is fine because it's searchable. So, but if you just lose the 1, the only reason I play 2 is because if you lose the 1 really early in the duel, it kind of sucks. So having an extra copy is pretty nice. Basically, when IceJade Curse and Cosmic Lore are out on the field, like I said, it creates a skill drain for your opponent, though it's only unactivatable effects. So a continuous effect like Cheng Ying that has the attack reduction, it still would be active on your opponent's side. But yeah, still a good card. And then also it does burn damage based on, you can target 1 of the destroyed monsters and inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack, which, that's good. But the more important part is just locking out your opponent on the skill drain effect. Then we have IceJade Cradle. IceJade Cradle is just a search, though the stipulation is it has to be a different card that you control or in your graveyard, but for the most part that doesn't really come up that often. IceJade Manifestation. This card is really good. Unfortunately, it is kind of a going second card because if you control a water monster and your opponent has a monster on their field or graveyard, take 1 IceJade monster from your deck and either add it to your graveyard or special summon it. It does say if your opponent controls or something is in their graveyard, so if they hand trap you on the first turn, that counts. Then they do control a monster in their graveyard at least. The other effect is if a face-up IceJade monster you control leaves the field by an opponent's card, except by being destroyed, you can banish this card from a graveyard, then target 1 card your opponent controls, banish it. Pretty solid. Then we have Foolish Burial Goods. You know what this one does, and our target for that is, of course, Ice Barrier. 1 Regeki, 1 Terraforming, called by Harpies and Monster Born. Self-explanatory. Like, super adjustable. I mean, you can knock some of these down to like 1 or 2 or not at all and run your hand traps. Like, it's super viable. I just don't personally play that way. But there's definitely room to take some of the stuff out for more competitive cards. Like a lot of those one-of spells. And then our traps are Ice Barrier. The thing that people do forget about Ice Barrier, yes, it's really good. When an attack is declared involving your opponent's monster, change that opponent's monster attack to 0 and negate its effects permanently. Also, it can't change its battle position. Really good effect. The other effect is, of course, to banish the card from your graveyard and then search a level 5 or higher water monster. Or pitch it and then add it, but still. It does lock you into water until the end of your next turn. So if you do play this, your extra deck options are kind of limited for mostly water. So just keep that in mind. Speaking of which, this is my one like non-water card in the entire deck is Psychic End Punisher. Honestly, I'm thinking about cutting it for something else, if I'm being honest. Maybe another copy of White Or Whale or something. So, yeah, the extra deck is pretty self-explanatory. You know him, you love him. Cheng Ying, of course. Then we have Ymir, really good. Trishula, White Or Whale, which, like I said, it doesn't happen too often, but like if you were super worried about the not being able to even go into it because you'd be locking in the water, I would probably just do another copy of White Or Whale. Prima Donna, Dragite, Navy Dragon Mech, 2 of Coral Anemone, 1 with Starboy, Zelantis, and Egyptian God Slime. The combo with Prima Donna is that's what you have Deep Sea Diva for. If you're not sure, you would just do this here. So I'll pack the rest of these up. So you would go normal Diva, special guitar, and attack or defense mode, doesn't matter. Do your banishment, and then also, yes, double the level of one of these, which would be Deep Sea Diva, and that gives you 7. So you summon Prima Donna. You can target one of your opponent's banished cards, add it to your hand, or special summon. Yes, and then if you do, add that target to their hand. So yeah, you do have to add one of the banished cards that you just banished with him, but it's not a big deal. Put that card back in their hand, and then you can special summon a level 4 or lower, which your target for that is, of course, this. And then you get your search with that, which is really nice. And then conveniently, that makes 10. So you can make either Cheng Ying or Ymir, whichever one you need. But yeah, super strong combo, honestly. You can kind of bait some stuff out and then go with Diva, like either Ran or something like that. But getting the search from this is really important. But anyways, yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Let me know what you think. I'm glad to be back. I'm hoping to keep it consistent, but like I said, things just kind of got in the way. But here we are. I'll see you next time.